Today, I want you to discover the wisdom that I wish I had not learned the hard way. So if you're a mom grappling with this turmoil of estrangement, don't miss this, because I'm sharing many of the transformative lessons that will empower you to navigate through this storm with way more resilience than I had. So just remember, it is time that you reclaim your own strength and always rewrite your own story, right? So join me on this journey to healing, self-discovery, and lessons learned. Number 1 is take care of you first. That is one of the biggest lessons that I learned. I'm starting with this because on a practical level, because I promise you this matters most. I promise you that if you don't do this, your well-being, your health, everything will fall apart. Ask any of the moms that I've coached, because they all know this to be true, and it is not selfish. I know that's what we're taught, that's what we think, that we need to focus on our child and not ourselves, but we have to focus on us first. And can I just tell you that I did everything but take care of me first. I took care of everyone else. I went through the motions, and we'll get into part of this later, but how I numbed my pain. And that was definitely not self-care, right? So self-care isn't just going to get a massage and exercising and eating right. And yes, all of those are super important, and I will not dismiss any of them because they all helped me as well. I think they're amazing and very much needed. I truly feel like it needs to be a concerted effort, and you need to have people around you that are going to support you in this endeavor, because nobody's going to take care of you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to do this yourself. And not everyone in our life, even the people that love us the most, they don't always see the importance of it. But it doesn't matter what they think. You need to focus on where the healing is coming from. You need to focus on keeping yourself above water, literally, some days. You need to keep yourself from being down in bed with depression. You need to focus on managing this grief cycle that you're on, and you can't do that alone. Well, you can, but it will not be successfully. Don't do what I did and wait for too many years to go by before you get the help that you need. Number 2, trust God. That really should be number 1, but I put number 1 as a practical level. Like I said, number 2, trust God. Trusting that God will work out all of these things for good is something that I personally didn't want to hear when I was going through this, because even though I knew that He loved me, I knew He loved my daughter, I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. So as much as I loved Him and I had a strong faith, I felt so disconnected from Him. That was a big mistake on my part. He was just waiting for me. He doesn't ever go anywhere. We're the ones that run away. So recently I did a video about spiritual warfare and how this is a spiritual issue with our kids. And some of you may have seen that, and I'll link that at the end of the video here so you can watch that. But can I share something with you? Did you know that God really wants to hear what's on your heart, even if it's anger? There's only one particular moment that I can think of in all those years where I literally screamed at Him in anger. But you know what? It's okay. That's why having a relationship with Him is what it's about. It's a relationship. He wants you to come to Him. This isn't about religion. I hate religion. It's not about that. It's about having a relationship with Him where you can literally just be honest. That's what He's waiting for. And you surrendering that to Him is where the magic's going to happen. So for those of you that also want to know where are you falling short in regards to some of these lessons, I have a new mom empowerment quiz, and I'll post that below. You can do that on your own time, answer the questions privately, and then you'll receive a feedback email from me sharing the best recommendation I have on what I believe could help you on this journey, depending on where you're currently at. So you can go ahead and click that link for that below. And just remember, don't judge yourself on this. This is just information. It's going to hopefully empower you to learn about where can you improve? Where do you need to improve? So don't judge yourself. It's just a number, but it's going to give you some ideas and some information that you need to face this head on and face your current reality, because this is your current reality. It doesn't mean it's forever, but it is your current reality. Number 3, Oh, I wish I would have known to stay in my own lane. Some of the moms in my group use this terminology, and I had heard it years ago as well. And it's so true. You think about swimming in your own lane, right? Stay out of somebody else's lane. Stay in your own lane. This is a big one, and I didn't know how to do it. I did not know how to stay in my own lane. I thought that everything was my responsibility, and I thought that everything was my fault, and I took on everyone else's emotions. I didn't know how to focus on the fact that I can't control another human being, and we're going to get into more into that later, but that includes your child. That includes my daughter. I couldn't control her decisions, even the bad ones. I wasn't trying to control her life. I was trying to save her from herself, but that wasn't my job. And it was not my fault. It's not my responsibility. She's a grown adult. And while I know I would be there for her if she needed help, right, and truly wanted help, that's one story. But many of us are taking on the responsibility and the worry and the shame and the guilt when your responsibility, your one job here, is to stay in your own lane. They need to walk through their own journey. And the thing is, so many of us forget, I don't know about you, but we forget that when we were growing up and we made a lot of mistakes. But guess what? All those mistakes that we made, those are the times that we learn the most in our life, and we're able to change things around. But it's a choice. You may have learned a few lessons along the way, but didn't change anything, as have I, right? None of us are perfect. But your kids can do the same thing. It's their choice. They get to choose. Number 4 is don't numb your pain. We mentioned this briefly in the beginning, but numbing that pain equals numbing your joy. It numbs it all. You don't get to choose. You numb your whole life away. And you may say, I don't have any joy, so I'm going to just sit here and drink that bottle of wine or eat that sleeve of Oreos or go shopping and spend money I don't have. How is that going to serve you? I want you to ask yourself that question. Because I promise you it did not serve me. It turned my life into complete chaos, addiction, and poor health, which we'll get into more later. There are so many lessons learned, and these are 4 of them, and I'll be sharing more in another video soon. So I hope this blesses you. God bless.